Hi guys, this is Androidpipe.com and I'm here with a game called Power Hover. I'm playing it on the Huawei P9 Lite and it's available in the Play Store for free. So we're dealing with an endless runner and quite an atypical one, to be honest. So it's a bit more complex than usual and let's see what it's all about. It's called Power Hover for a reason. You'll be gathering batteries and juicing up a whole village as you get stars along the way. So as I said before, it's a runner and sometimes you have to chase a creature, I wouldn't call it a person, and have to stay away from his bombs that he throws behind. So let's proceed here. As you can see, we have lives and you can waste those lives if you die. There are also checkpoints and the controls are swipe based, and this time we're going to have to avoid the bomb. No, we died again. That bomb has a blast radius and it can get to you even if you dodge in time. So let's go again. The graphics are kind of Spartan, not exactly complex, but they're good enough for me, so this time we succeeded. The key here is not just to swipe, but to keep your finger pressed on the screen in a certain direction, and your character has a sense of weight, so keep that in mind, because if you press too much to the side, well, you will wake up in the walls. Okay, so we don't want to continue, we go back to the main menu. It's actually one of the most original endless runners I've played recently. It was launched in December last year, and let's play some of the order levels like this one, which is very cool. You'll see yourself in the desert chasing a bad guy with huge worms like in the movie Dune. There are boss battles and you're hovering on a skateboard thingy. Now let's actually listen to the soundtrack because you're probably curious about that. These are the worms I was talking about. Beware of bombs and also beware not to get out of the landscape. The soundtrack is pretty generic, and aside from avoiding bombs, you have to score those checkpoints so you can continue from where you left off, provided you have the lives. Here we go. Gathering batteries, staying away from the blast radius of the bomb. And in the end, we should catch that guy and follow him in another set of levels. You have to remember the pattern of these worms. Sometimes they come at you, sometimes you have to go below them. So we just lost a life going back from the checkpoint, and the energy we gather is used to power up a series of buildings from your village. That's the core of the game. Okay, so this worm was pretty close, and so was the bomb. It's not a very hard game, it's only a bit challenging, and I mean that in the best way possible. And here we go, approaching another checkpoint. These levels are pretty long compared to the usual endless runners from modern times. It's not actually endless because it's split into levels, so there's that. And while some people may call the graphics too simple, I find them to be charming and a pretty nice approach compared to other modern endless runners. We should be getting to the end now, provided we don't get squashed by a worm, Dune style. And that's probably one of the last ones. Nope, one more. And here we are, that's the finish line. The guy hit himself and this is the end of the level. Here you have a meter that shows you the batteries you got, powering up a whole power source, so to say. And let's go further. Of course, there are ads in the game, it's a free game after all. And here we are. You can power stuff up here by spending the energy you have, but this time we don't have enough energy, and you can get more continues for your gameplay. Let's see the boss battle here. Once again, a fun game, an original game, simple controls, Spartan graphics, and the traps here are totally crazy. And I just scored a power up that slowed down time. This boss level really got on my nerves. The patterns of the lasers ahead of us are simply crazy. It's totally randomness if you want to get past through them. Okay, so I was lucky here. Those are the easy ones, the ones that don't move. When they start to move, we have a problem. Power Hover, it's a name to remember. It's not every day you see a quality endless runner with pretty varied levels, solid graphics, and a chasing sequence, crazy lasers, decent acoustics, let's say, and all of that for free. I had a blast playing it, I have to admit that, and from Androidpipe.com, Power Hover gets a 9.1 out of 10. I recommend you try it, you will not regret it. Check out this beautiful slow motion action. So 9.1 out of 10 from Androidpipe.com, be sure to try it, and I've played it on the Huawei P9 Lite. This is it from us, bye bye.